You already know the drill. Coleslaw, mashed potatoes, crispy fried chicken, and a dream that refused to die. If you've ever enjoyed a bite of finger-licking chicken, chances are you've visited a KFC, or passed one without even realizing it. With over 22,600 outlets across 135 countries, it's more than just a fast food chain. It's a global icon. But behind that redanned white bucket is a story you probably don't know. One that begins not in a boardroom, but in a dusty gas station in North Corbin, Kentucky, with a man, a pan, and a relentless pursuit of greatness. How one man fried his way into history in a world of young tech billionaires. In college dropouts who made it big before 30, Colonel Sanders stands out like a white suit in a chicken coop. He built one of the most successful franchises on the planet. After 60, when most people are planning retirement. But to understand how Harland David Sanders became the Colonel, the legend, you have to rewind to the early 1900s. A childhood cooked in struggle, born in 1890, Harland lost his father at just 6. His mother worked around the clock, so little Harland became the cook of the house, feeding his 2 younger siblings. By 10, he was a farmhand making $2 a month. At 12, he left home. At 16, he faked his age to join the army. And over the next few decades, he bounced from railroad worker to lawyer, from insurance salesman to ferry operator, constantly failing forward, until at 40, broke and beaten down by the Great Depression, Harland took one final shot. Gas, grit, and gravy in 1930, he set up a small gas station in Corbin, Kentucky. There, he started serving his home-cooked meals: steak, ham, biscuits, and of course, fried chicken. Customers didn't just fill up their tanks, they filled up their bellies. He called it Sunday dinner 7 days a week. Demand exploded. First, people sat at his family's dinner table. Then, he bought a motel and turned it into a 142-seat restaurant. But Harland wasn't satisfied. He wanted better chicken, faster chicken, game-changing chicken. And then came the twist. The secret weapon that changed chicken forever entered the pressure cooker. Instead of frying for 30 minutes now, he could serve juicy, golden, crispy chicken in mere minutes. Perfected a recipe with 11 secret herbs and spices. A formula still locked in a vault today. Word spread like wildfire. The governor of Kentucky took notice, and in 1935, gave Harland the honorary title of Colonel for revolutionizing Southern cuisine. Just when life was tasting sweet, disaster struck. Fire, failure, and one final pivot in 1939. Fire burned his restaurant to the ground. Harland rebuilt it. Then in the 1950s, a new interstate highway bypassed his location, and business dried up. Many would quit. Colonel Sanders packed up his pressure cooker and his recipe and hit the road at 62, sleeping in his car, walking into diners, and pitching franchise deals for just 5 cents a chicken sold. Most said no. But one diner in Salt Lake City said yes, and became the first official KFC franchise. From backroads, $2 billion buckets by 1959, over 200 diners had signed on. In 1964, he sold his company for $2 million, but stayed on as the face of KFC until his death in 1980. The Colonel became a global icon. Always dressed in his white suit and string tie, he's always promoting the chicken, even when he hated how the company changed his recipe. He called the gravy slop and the new chicken recipe a fried dough ball. He was so outspoken, KFC sued him for libel. But none of it stopped the brand from going global. Comeback cluck by the 2000s. KFC's crown was slipping, losing ground in the US while booming in China. But in 2015, the brand launched a bold turnaround campaign. New ads, celebrity colonels, store upgrades, and an aggressive digital presence. Today, KFC is thriving again. A lesson in how bold risks reinvention, and relentless marketing can bring a brand back from the brink. The real recipe was never just chicken. Colonel Sanders didn't just fry chicken. He fried every excuse, failed dozens of times. Started his empire at 66, no fancy degrees, no big investments. Just grit, charm, and a chicken recipe the world would never forget. So the next time you see that smiling white-haired man on a bucket, remember, it's never too late. Not to change your life, not to chase your dream, not to make the world taste something it didn't know it needed. Hey, I'm the host. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn how to tell stories that captivate and convert,